Welcome to Real Racing TV, top asphalt blistering 3/10 of a mile madness from our very own Southside Speedway. Stay tuned for interviews, tech talk, and some outstanding racing. Greats like Bobby Allison and Denny Hamlin cut their teeth on these four corners. Be prepared for an awesome show. And now, here is your host, Sean Cook.
Hi folks, the last person I interviewed down here at Southside Speedway was Denny Hamlin, but tonight is Street Stock night, baby! And we got three top drivers out here. Mr. Loving, say hi to the audience, Mr. Loving.
Hi, audience.
Give him a wave, go on man, give him a wave. And you want to give a shout out to any friends or family?
No, I just wish Denny Hamlin was down here tonight running with us.
Well, Denny Hamlin probably wouldn't have much of a chance. These boys know how to get the street stock cars around the track. Timmy Tiblous, buddy, how you doing? Did you have a good Christmas, good New Year and everything?
Yeah, I had a good time over there.
Folks, it's good to be back down at the track. I haven't seen these guys since the last race. Now, Mr. Lamb, the track championship you got, I saw the footage. I spun out coming out of 4, and you missed me by a hair.
Good driving, wasn't it?
That was some drive. This is the kind of driving, people. Is the only way you can make it in street stock. What's the most important thing in street stock?
Oh, stay out of trouble, man.
Yeah.
Look up past your hood.
Yeah.
Look past your hood.
You're right, and I've had a couple of times driving down 95 when I tell you what, it's made the difference between a wreck and a not. I'm sure you agree, driving street stock will give you a better reaction time. I mean, I missed a wreck the other day. I was right up on the sidewalk. This guy comes out. I was up on the sidewalk just about, and I was like, man, if I hadn't ridden street stock, I'd have slammed right into him. Don't you agree?
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, look, I don't understand. I'm seeing some for sale signs here. What's going on? Is the team throwing in the rag or what, man? What's going on?
I thought about giving up racing for a little while. I'm in the process of building a new home, and, you know, racing takes a little bit of time. And
now, let me ask you, are you married?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't have anything to do with your wife that you're giving up racing, does it?
Well, actually, she's my scorekeeper, so she's here tonight with me again. And I think she's going to let me play a little bit. The guys at the shop kept worrying me, oh, man, you got to go back. You're the champion, you know. And I said, yeah, y'all just want it so you can take it away from me, right? And they said, yeah.
Well, I think what this man wants to do, he wants to finish on top. And, man, what a season you had last year. That last race, what were there, 5, 6 guys who could have won it. You walked away with it. How did that feel, man?
It felt great. And like you said, there was 5 or 6 guys we battled all year that were in actually the top 10. We kept switching places a lot. And the last race put me over the edge. I got the championship. I stayed up in the top points pretty good. And, I mean, Henry Houck, Timmy Tiblous, yeah. James, the 63 car. There was a lot of cars that were up in there, the 40 car. You know,
but you're driving the 71 car today, right? Folks, look out for the 71 car. This man here has done something that Denny Hamlin could not do. He's won at Southside Speedway, right?
That's right.
Toughest track in the South. You guys are better get on the edge of your seats because this is going to be a street stock race, my favorite form of racing. I'm going to be out here next race, so you might want to quit racing because you know what it's like when I'm out there, man. You might bend some sheet metal. Good luck tonight, people. Right, folks, we're here with a previous track champion in the street stock series, Tomson, and this man here has decided that marketing, he's a brilliant at marketing. He's figured out the best way to spend advertising dollars is sponsoring a race car, right?
Sponsorship, that's the way.
So have you seen a big return on your investment? A lot of people come into your shop now or what?
Oh, yeah, it helps a lot. The guys come there and see it. Then, you know, they ask where it's done, where the car was built, and then they come by the shop and we'll do something for them.
Now, what business are you in?
Towing, car sales, repairs.
And how do we get hold of you if we need towing or car sales or repairs?
Just call 832-AUTO.
And what's the name of your company?
TNT.
All right, people, TNT. This man's behind racing. And, in fact, I recognize you from somewhere. Where do I recognize you from?
I was probably the one running into you out there a couple years ago.
Oh, hey, man, I know who you are. That's it. Come on, baby. No, I'm not violent. But listen, thanks for sponsoring this car. Watch out for the number 31 car. Now, who's the driver now?
Jamie Grooms. Jamie Grooms.
Jamie Grooms. So watch out for Jamie Grooms in the 31 car. Now, is this car going to hold together or are you going to blow it up?
This car's either going to the front or it's going to get tore up. It's only here for one thing, a track championship.
Well, I don't think I'm going to get the track championship this year. I'm missing the first race of the season that I'm just gutted about, but we were trying to work on the Denny Hamlin race, and I just got so busy. You know, it's like you get to a point where you just go, you know, I can't run this week. But, folks, I will be out here next race, believe me, in the British Peef number 66. Now, you remember that car, don't you?
I remember it.
You think I could drive or you think I suck?
Well, you did pretty good this way and this way and this way. You just got to learn to keep it that way.
Yow! All right, folks, get yourself comfortable on the sofa and stay tuned for some serious street stock racing. We're down here with Brian Smith. Now, Brian, this car looks pretty nice and clean. How do you get around the track without wrecking in this division?
Well, it ain't really hard. You just do what you can do. I mean, if you get tore up, it's nothing you can
But you don't even have one dent in this car. How do you do it, man?
Well, I fixed it. I mean, it had dents in it before, but I fixed it.
Well, she looks beautiful. The 06 car in the street stock race of Brian Smith. You got to watch out. Now, look, it's been, what, a couple of years since you run out here. Have you practiced at all?
Yeah, I practiced earlier.
And how did you do?
The car is doing good.
Good.
Really good.
You want to give a shout out to any friends or family or sponsors?
I'd give out a shout out to my father-in-law and Mike Gano and my wife and family and stuff.
So this is another car that Mike Gano's helping on.
Yeah.
Mike Gano must be helping on about 25 cars, man. But now Mike's not running the Grand Stock this year.
No.
What's happened to Mike Gano? He's quit?
No, he's running Super Street.
Mike Gano's back in the Super Street class? Which car's he driving?
82.
Well, we are going to go find the 82 right now. Mike Gano is back in street stock racing. I think he was a little bit too crazy in the Grand Stock.
Yeah.
He liked to get that back end of that car out. But we're going to go interview him right now. Good luck, Brian. We appreciate you coming down here and putting on a show for the audience, and go out there and just try and keep her in one piece. That's all I can say.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Street Stock Madness at Southside Speedway. And what made you go with the 911 number?
Just me and a bunch of guys from work getting together and coming out and have fun.
Well, folks, all kinds of people race down at Southside Speedway. Probably some of the people you lock up, you sort of bump into down here, don't you?
I've seen a couple I've seen before.
That's a very fair track. This is a cosmopolitan track where anybody can come to, right? And they let you in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, be kind to these guys. When you catch them out there, give them a little break, man. Come on, because they're racing buddies, right?
I hope they give me a break.
Well, folks, it's guys like this that keep the streets safe in Richmond, Virginia. It looks like you've been shot at a little bit here. Now, who's been shooting at you?
Oh, just a couple stickers we added on there. The guys wanted to put some real ones in there, but I don't think the boss would allow that.
Yeah, I don't think our tax dollars need to be used to put in lead in this car. But actually, if you did shoot it, you'd probably want to shoot it from that side so the lead ended up on the left. Maybe that's a good idea. You could blast holes in it, and you'd end up with all that lead on the left. And folks, no, hang on a second. You need the lead on the right, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. So you're right. You're shooting the right direction. I think what
you need it on the left.
You need it on the left. Yeah, I really don't know much about racing. But anyway, this man does, and watch him in the upcoming street stock race at Southside Speedway. All right, folks, we're down here with Joe Henderson, driver of the number 43 street stock race car. Now, look, you haven't raced all year. You must be jonesing for this first race, aren't you?
Oh, it's been such a letdown with the rain lately. It's going to be really good. Hopefully the weather will hold off for us tonight.
Yep, so the first race now, the 43 car has something in common with me, folks, because Chris Hopkins, the owner of Chris Hopkins' car, has said that I can run his late model car, the old Chevy, if I can get less than 16 seconds. So the 43 car driver and hopefully the 43S car driver. Now listen, I know you got a neat story about this car. Tell us a little bit about who built this car and what you do for a living.
I'm a high school teacher at Hanover High School. We take all the area high school kids, Atlee, Lee Davis, Patrick Henry, and Hanover High. They all come to us, and this is the project that they've been working on. We bought it. It needed a lot of work, and they went through, put a transmission in, put an engine in, did the suspension, all the bushings. Basically, it was just a shell, and they built it. It's been a great car. It had no DNFs, knock on wood, so far with it. So.
Well, folks, last year in the Race of Champions, you were out front, baby. I was going, yeah, he's going to win this one. I thought you were, too. It got a little rough out there, though, huh?
Yeah, it did. Your cameraman's not too happy about that. He says I jumped the start on it and got past him, but I don't know.
Who is my cameraman tonight, folks? My cameraman's up in top shooting something, so we have got if the camera works real shaky, I think it's your first time, right, buddy? Yeah, that's what he says. Now, who's your cameraman?
Cameraman's the driver of the 63 over there, Mr. Brown. He gets me every driver's meeting. He points at me. When do you go turn 4, the green? You know, and they're like the green. All right.
Yeah, but maybe you just saw the green hood. Maybe got a little bit confused.
I got anxious, and I just hit it. But whatever.
Well, listen.
I got away with it that time.
Well, listen. Big shout out to all the kids. Now, how old are these kids?
These kids are juniors and seniors.
All the juniors and seniors who worked on this car. Now, I hope you behave, because I've heard that maybe one guy was going to hacksaw almost all the way through one of your brake lines.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to make sure they like you. Otherwise, they would do that.
Well, folks, watch the number 44 street stock car getting around the track in the upcoming Street Stock Madness race at Southside Speedway. This is the 08 street stock car. Last week was Denny Hamlin, but tonight's real racing, right?
That's right.
Now, what do you think of street stock?
Hey, it's a good series to be in. Good starter series.
I tell you, from the audience's point of view, I think it's one of the best races out here. I really do. I mean, you want to talk about driving with your heart instead of your brain. I think that's what a lot of people do, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Now, they've also let some of the people back to race who they threw out last year for being over-violent. Now, does that worry you a little bit, have some of the lunatics back?
Well, a couple years ago, I run in the same thing, and I think everybody's settled in. It's a good way to learn your lesson.
Well, people, we might see some serious action. There's a couple of characters out here who were thrown off the track, escorted off the track by the police last year, but it's a new season and they're back, right?
That's right. I'm glad to have them back.
Yeah, bring it on, baby. It's street stock time at Southside Speedway. It's time to go street stock racing at Southside Speedway. June the 15th, first street stock race of the year. And in the pole, we've got the pole sitter, Michael Suppin, in the 25 on the outside. And on the inside of him, we've got the number 63, the 63 of Melvin Brown, as they come down the backstretch, pushing it into 3 and 4, and that's already getting a little bit rough. The number 17 there, just getting a little bit of a tap coming in as they come around, and what an angle. We see all of these cars come flying by. Now, you might not look like they're going that fast, but believe me, if you actually get in one of these cars, you are going fast. Now, look, they're coming down the backstretch. It's the 06 and the 17 battling it out. And as you go through the field, there's Henry Hock, Timmy Tiblous in the 72. We've got all of the drivers from last year coming back and some more. So this is just awesome. Okay, 63 seems to be out front right now. The 63 of Melvin Brown. Now, a little bit of info, folks. He got disqualified for cheating. Anyway, we've got the 06. We interviewed him earlier. That is Brian Smith. The 95 and the 17. The 17 actually was just bought. I think it's the first time this driver is out in the 17. Eric Smith going out front with the 53 coming in behind him. The 53 of Kevin Brown, who also coincidentally got disqualified. 21 Henry Hock behind him, who also got disqualified. So as you watch this race, remember in your mind, we had 5 disqualifications. Oh, and 58 barely gets away from the wall. The wall seems to be sucking these cars towards it as they come down into 3 and 4. Now, folks, this is some driving right here. You're driving a street car with a lot of power, stock suspension. It takes a lot of wheeling around these cars to keep them on the track. Henry Hock keeping on the back bumper of the number 53 of Kevin Brown. Henry Hock Jr., I think, won 3 or 4 races last year, got disqualified, ended up getting disqualified from this one too. But there's Timmy Tiblous on his back bumper behind there in the 72, and the 06 has a little bit of contact. That pretty orange car, not going to be pretty for very much longer. And as Timmy Tiblous stuffs up the inside of Henry Hock, the 53 car of Kevin Brown takes the advantage down the backstretch, and Timmy comes in to take him down the inside. Come on, Timmy, stuff it up the inside of 53 Kevin Brown as they come down the front stretch. A little bit of contact. It's the 25, the 53, and Timmy Tiblous leans on the number 67. The number 67 just felt his car rock from left to right. Poor old Alec Cumby. As they come down into 3 and 4, and again, it's the 25s running up front. We've got the 17, the 7, and here comes there's the 43. That's the car that the students put together. Pretty amazing story right there. And the 63 is in the lead, coming down the outside, down the front stretch. He just took the 58. I think he's after the 6. And here we have the deputy in the 911 trying to track all of those naughty boys down in the 911. Sheriff, I think it says deputy. Let me see. Deputy Nicely. Well, as he gets taken on the outside by the number 6. Oh, yeah, come on, Brian. Come on. He's got him, too. 25's gone, and I tell you what, Brian is keeping it going, pedal to the metal. We got Alex Ayres there in the 96 coming down. Oh, and look at the 35 going. Oh, yeah, and the 63 looks like he's coming down the inside. Going to take him down the inside as we've got a battle. Oh my goodness, the sheriff gets it. Well, you know, maybe he should look after people in prison a little bit better. Oh, and the 63 barely avoids him. We've got some fluid down there on the track. Oh, 74 and 46 get into it, trying to avoid the 911, although I'm kind of halfway surprised that more people aren't hitting the 911 car. But anyway, oh, he just missed him. 25 just missed him. He thought he'd give him a little love tap. You can see the bullet holes. I think he's cheating. He's trying to shoot bullet holes in one side and put the lead down on the other, but it's green flag racing once again. And we've got the 63 car in the lead. The 63 car in the lead of Melvin Brown, who ended up getting disqualified. But anyway, maybe I shouldn't even tell you that. Timmy Tiblous coming. Oh, look at this. Timmy Tiblous coming up. Look at that 72 Camaro go. It's not a 1972 Camaro. It's the 72, and it is a Camaro. Oh, and our cameraman nearly gets run over. Well, it's a good job he didn't, because we're going to need him for the whole rest of the season. And 63, look at that. Just flying away. Looks like a Buick Regal, possibly maybe a Monte Carlo, but that car is hooked up. And the 53... there's Henry Hock in the 21, the 53 of Kevin Brown putting on a great show. I think right now they're running second and third position as they come out of 4. A little bit of bumping and grinding going on. The 07, that would be Dean Leslie hanging on to his position, barely, as they come down into 3 and 4. And it's difficult to tell who's in the lead right now, but I do believe it's still the 63. And the 07 spins around. Dean Leslie spins his, looks like a Monte Carlo. Oh, and 67 decides to join in and smoke on the track. Okay, 63. So okay, so that's this guy. 63 is in the lead. Timmy Tiblous is in second. The 74 car of Patrick Sehanuk. That's the man. Okay, Timmy, come on, man. Reel him in. Get up that 63 car, my son. As he comes down into 3, he's going to stuff it up the inside. Oh, he doesn't quite make it, but he is tracking down that 63 car. Now, Timmy Tiblous' car was legal. It did not get disqualified. He is running against a whole bunch of illegal cars right now, but Timmy knows how to wheel that Camaro around the track. Mike Gano, the Grand Stock driver, actually was going to be racing street stock, but the track told him because he ran more than 4 Grand Stock races, he couldn't run. But Mike Gano is a very, very good man. He helps a lot of people out. In fact, that's Mike Gano's old car that Timmy is driving. He's backed Timmy Tiblous from the very beginning. And Mike Gano, shout out to you for all the help you give to all these guys. Now, the 63 now is still holding on to the lead. Melvin Brown, understanding that he had some suspension modifications, which is why he got disqualified. Which is, oh, look at Timmy's, 17 around. Now that man, I believe, is Eric Smith, and I believe it's his first night in that race car. That used to be the 71. It was sold, and he is now driving it. But Timmy putting on a show for the crowd, baby. Timmy is trying to get past that 73 car. As we look a little further back in the pack, the number 6, there he is, the number 17, used to be the 71. Coming down, Timmy Tiblous trying to stuff it up the inside. He comes down the inside of the 63 into the rumble strips, and can he make it stick? He's door to door coming down the front stretch. Timmy Tiblous stuffing it up the 63 of Melvin Brown as they come into a little bit of lap traffic. Timmy takes the inside, the 63 takes the outside as they run out of room, and the 63, the poor 30 gets sandwiched right in the middle, but Timmy makes it stick. Timmy is in the lead, narrowly avoiding the 07 car spinning out of Dean Leslie. A to Z Racing, Dean Leslie. Okay, so we've got 72, 63, and 53 in the lead. 72's in the lead, 63 second. The 53 looks like it just got, this is lap traffic. And it looks like the 67 is getting in the way of the third position car, the 53 of Kevin Brown. Kevin wants to get past that 30 some kind of bad, and he made his point. Get out my way, buddy, or I'll push you out my way. There you go, 53. Still hanging on to that third position as Henry Hock comes around the back and decides to push the 32. The number 30 car is being pushed. Oh, look, somebody else can have a go to. Oh, 67, around again. This is not a merry-go-round, number 67. This is a racetrack. Number 67 of, let me see, who is 67? Alec Cumby. Alec Cumby, you try and keep it going round in a straight line there, buddy. You're pointing the wrong way. But anyway, back to race action at Street Stock Madness at Southside Speedway. And it looks like the red number 7 Camaro stuck it up to number 30. The number 30 seems to be getting pushed around. It's not very nice, but there again, this is racing, not kindergarten. So we're out here at Southside Speedway. You can see on top of the trailer, we've got a cameraman. We've got another cameraman in the corner, another cameraman up on top of the tower, trying to bring you the best coverage we have as Henry Hock. Now, Henry is racing with his father this year. We've got Henry Hock the 4th, Henry Hock the 3rd, possibly Henry Hock the 2nd in the grandstands, and Henry Hock the 1st in heaven, watching this wonderful race. as debris is getting blown everywhere. Look at the 31. Now watch this. Now the 31, oh really? Oh, 31 is not having a good night. Let's face it. 31 of James Groom, not a happy camper. Just been hit by 5 or 6 different cars, and you know what? They tore his car up, and that is going to be a lot of work to get that car back on the racetrack. And this man right here, James Groom, is not a happy camper. 72 in the lead, Timmy Tiblous, 63, who ends up getting disqualified, and the 53 who ends up getting disqualified. So what you need to do is skip back to this gentleman right here, I believe, the number 6. I think he ends up with a good position. The number 3, we need to watch out for him too. That's Henry Hock, the 4th. Henry Hock, the 3rd, is in the 12. So if we can spot him, that's his dad. It's nice to see father and son battling it out here at Southside Speedway as they come down the backstretch. And it's Henry Hock, the 4th, in the 21, wheeling that car. I believe he's in 4th position right now. Ends up getting DQ'd, but anyway, which means disqualified for cheating. But if they say at the track, oh, come on, number 6. Oh, man. Number 6, you know what, buddy? We want to bump him, and you get bumped. That's just the way it goes. Only 3 laps to go as Timmy Tiblous lights it up down the front stretch, comes into 1, and look at the way that boy's driving that car. He is an experienced driver at the age, I believe, of only 21 or 22. He is leading the field out here. The 63 and the 53 get disqualified, so we don't need to worry about them. And in fact, 21 gets disqualified too. So let's see. I think actually in number 7 getting pushed around again. Timmy Tiblous leading this pack of race cars around Southside Speedway. People, you wouldn't believe the amount of work that goes into these cars. Work, money, time, it's phenomenal for these guys to get out there and practice their addiction, which is racing, but probably a healthier addiction than most addictions. Anyway, there we go. Start, finish line. Looks like Timmy Tiblous takes the lead. Hi, folks. Mike Sudfin, driver number 25, was on the pole at the beginning. The beginning of the race, it looked real good, but what went wrong, man?
Well, the 06 car turned a 911 dead into me while I was on the outside of the 911 car, and from there, frame and everything. No turn, no nothing, no go.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry. But look, thanks for putting on a great show. You want to give a shout-out to any of your sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank Foster Plumbing and Heating and Gets Masonry.
And what about your family, your crew, or any of that?
Thank Dad, his car, beautiful car, looks good like this every time. We'll hopefully get it back together and do it again.
Well, folks, I was meant to have my 66 street stock car out here today, but the last race of last season, we had a little bit of a problem coming down the straightaway. It turns out I think I got a hole in number 8 piston. So anyway, I'm not out here today, but I'm looking forward to running with you, buddy. At least I know which car to keep up with. The red, white, and blue, number 25. All right, folks, we're doing a little follow-up story on the Matt Settlage number 7 car that smashed into the wall. Now, apparently he said what happened? He cut a tire or something?
He said the tire apparently lost pressure or something, and he just went straight up to the wall.
Well, we're down here at Stock Car Products, and they have fixed this. Now, what did you actually have to do? Sorry, what was your name, bud?
Andy May.
Andy May, and your name, sir?
Joshua Thomas.
And these are both fine representatives from Stock Car Products. Now, as we have a look down here, it looks to me like this whole front clip you guys had to replace. Is that right?
Yeah, we had to redo the whole front right side clip, the new A-frame, new upper control arm. Pretty much tore everything up on the front right.
And how long did it take you guys to fix this?
Say 2 days, just about.
So, folks, if you smash up your car at Southside Speedway, bring it up here to Stock Car Products, and they'll fix it up right. Now, what's a ballpark, do you think, on what this is going to cost the guy?
I really have no idea what to say. I don't do the bills.
That's right. Well, he only makes $2 an hour, so what, 2.5 days at $2 an hour, that's 16, about $35.
Give me 40 and we'll call it even.
All right, Matt Settlage. Daddy says don't do it again, okay? Shout out from Stock Car Products. Yow. All right, folks, we're down here with Alex Ayres, driver number 6. Man, you were up there in what, 3rd position at one point, 4th position? You were right up there. What happened, buddy?
I started 3rd. It didn't really turn out that way, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, you want to give a shout out to any of your sponsors, friends, family?
Yeah, I want to thank my dad for letting me run his car. Mine's messing up. It's at home, but I want to thank Spinnakers for supporting the car and getting everything running. I also want to thank my uncle, Rob, Ayres Engineering. He sponsors my car. Helps out a lot.
Well, folks, it's people like that that keep these cars going around the track. They don't survive on air alone, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of green. But look, thanks for watching the Southside Speedway Show. We finally got a street stock race off, folks. What date is it? It's like the middle of June or something. And we finally got a street stock race. So thanks for watching. It's people like this man here that put on a great show, and Spinnakers and people who put up the money to get these guys around the track. So stay tuned next week for some serious racing from Real Racing TV.